I need help, boss.
Stands up and says it louder. He goes, I have a really big penis.
We're the NSAA. We're never serious about anything except grip ball.
I have drifted an aircraft carrier.
What?
To an extent, but you'd be out there alone as fuck. There's no.
Just bumping into people by osmosis of dopeness, you know?
3, 2, 1. We're going.
Welcome, everybody, to the Happy Hoodlums podcast. It is Kemper Woodruff, and I have the great Zack Sampson in the building with me. And it's been a while since it's just been us doing it. I don't even know what number podcast this is. It's somewhere around the half-year mark or something. Maybe
I think it's
even
like
over.
25.
So that's pretty cool. But we're here for y'all. It's been a little bit of a strange week, so sorry that this will get posted a little late, but bear with us. I have my cousin in town, and I had to entertain him. So that was a cool little divergence from our schedule, but we're still here for y'all. Zach's been up to a lot. We've been working on some film stuff with Wonderful, as usual, and just kind of brainstorming our next moves. And that's about all I got for you for an introduction tonight.
I watched I watched a couple movies today, but one of the movies I watched while I was working out was this movie called Shooter by that was starring Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg. Yeah.
That movie's fucking crazy, dude. And it
Yeah,
got
that
me
movie's
thinking of
cool.
all the different conspiracy theories for assassinations that I've come across like by reading them, and I'm like, damn, that shit seems super fucking plausible.
Yeah, there's a book in the library that I stumbled across called Behold a White Horse, I think it is.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it's Behold a White Horse. Or a Pale Horse, something like that. And it was a crazy book about a lot of things like that really happened in the government. That addresses a lot of conspiracy stuff. It just had a really groovy cover to it. It almost looked like Day of the Dead style painting,
Mhm.
with like, I think there was a skeleton horse or something like that. It was an interesting cover though.
Yeah.
And I stopped and I looked at it. But since I've heard a lot of people mention it, so if someone's into that kind of thing, go for it.
What was
Go
it called
learn
again?
it. Behold a Pale Horse, I believe.
Okay. I just bought a book yesterday that was called. It's called The Sacred Mushroom, and the something about Christianity. It was like The Sacred Mushroom and Christianity or something like that. But it's by this dude. His name is, I can't remember his last name, but it's John something. And I guess the book is about these Dead Sea Scrolls that got discovered, and they were basically there was like a whole archaeological team that was studying these scrolls, but apparently he was like the only person on that team that was agnostic, which means he doesn't necessarily hold a specific belief about religion, right? He like doesn't necessarily doubt it, but he doesn't hold a specific belief for anything.
Okay.
And so he really dived deep into these scrolls and read them and was looking at them, and for the most part his conclusion, which I haven't read the book yet, but his conclusion was that Christianity was, or the Bible, not necessarily the Bible, but all these scrolls were basically people having mushroom trips and fertility rituals, but they were written in a way to be hidden from like the people that were capturing and killing them. Like, so I believe the scrolls were in Hebrew, so they were written by Jews. And so like the Greeks and the Romans were capturing these people, and they were writing them in like parables to hide what it is their true meaning was, so that they could keep it like their whole shit a secret. So I was like, I heard about it and I was like, that sounds interesting. I'm gonna buy this book and check it out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. You say the Dead Sea Scrolls, and in my head, when I really think about like that name, I'm like, I know about the Dead Sea, but I'm like, what the fuck is that? And
Yeah.
then, but I also feel super familiar with it because I've heard it a million times, like mentioned. So I don't know if that's like an Indiana Jones or something.
Well, Joe
Something I've
Rogan's
seen
talked about it
before.
a bunch, but I've seen it on a YouTube video recently.
Yeah,
Yeah. So you might have heard it on Joe Rogan's podcast at some point.
nice, nice. You know, it's kind of funny. I think I've been so used to having like guests each week that it's like I'm like anxious and it's just us. And I'm like, I don't know what the deal is.
You just like, I just talk about some shit you've been doing, dude. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I know. Well, I did go for my birthday and do some like incredible training stuff
Yeah.
with rifles, and that was pretty cool. But that might be kind of like a controversial topic for some people. And
As well as religion, you know.
yeah,
So
there's not that it's anything to shy away from. I
no,
think everybody should know how to use rifles and handguns and all that stuff. I think they'd respect it a lot more,
I think if
especially
go ahead.
working around them all the time.
Yeah. I think a big thing for a lot of people with guns is
Mm-hmm.
they don't know about them, so it's scary, right? I remember the first time I shot a gun. It was a
Yeah.
22. It was my brother's 22. When he
Mhm.
was with his I think it was like high school girlfriend. So I was like probably like 12. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, I don't know what the fuck to do. This is kind of terrifying. And I didn't know all the rules about guns, so I was like, my brother was teaching me the rules. I was accidentally breaking some of them, and
Mm-hmm.
but it was scary. But after I had learned and gone through all of that, the next
Mm-hmm.
time, which the next time I had shot a gun was years later, it was much more comfortable because I kind of knew what it was. I knew how to do it, things like that. So I think if people were, they don't necessarily need to go through like classes about it, but to be taught and educated about what guns do, how to handle them, would be a
Well,
little
the
scary
problem
for
is
a lot of people.
there's a lot of like myths and things that haven't really been debunked because of how a lot of people have addressed combat and technique of target shooting versus like the theory of if I was actually in combat and I was shooting versus just standing here shooting at a target. You know what I mean? Those are two very different styles.
For sure,
Uh,
I think they, obviously they are, because one of them you're trying to shoot a moving target and you possibly have to be on the move while shooting, or you have to be shooting from
or you
weird
have to
angles
shoot
or
in
cover.
order to be able to move.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
So
so um, and I was kind of saying this in regard to uh, a conversation I had with one of my friends, and we were talking about like mag capacity bands and things like that.
yeah,
And I was saying like, A, there's a ton of them out there. B, I think banning them is a step in the wrong direction because litigation, you don't see them do a temporary ban. Litigation happens and then it doesn't get revoked easily.
yeah,
And there's so many out there, the people that are doing these atrocious things like school shootings and stuff, they already have the weapons in their house most of the time.
yeah,
So it's not like banning them is really revoking them from that person. What's really going to help that person is education and love and compassion and nurturing that person and structure in their life in some kind of way, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what's going to intervene with the current situation, I think, and situations that I see. And right now, it's just a big old highlighter topic, and it's coming down in a way that, like, someday, and this is talking conspiracy theory, I guess.
Okay.
Someday, someone's naturally going to try America on American soil.
Yeah.
Like, it's happened in every other country. I don't know if it's going to happen in our lifetime. Honestly, I see things moving much more peacefully and towards a utopian society. But I think in terms of if you are considering like your nation and nationalism, and like rather than just like this utopian, this is the world and there's no lines on the map, right?
Hmm.
Um, you have to look at the fact that you need an armed civilization that knows how to operate firearms, you know?
Well, that was like having so many guns in America was part of the reason that Japan never attacked the mainland of the U.S. There was a general, and you probably heard of this, but he said that he said something along the lines of, if we were to attack America, we would have to look behind every single blade of grass or something like that, or there's a gun behind every single blade of grass. So it's like you're not just attacking the army of America, you're also having to worry about the people, the militia that is all of America for the most part.
Yeah.
So it's pretty crazy to
That
think
that's
about.
kind of what I'm saying,
Yeah.
and I think we're at a point in society where we're recognizing there's a place for violence, and we're just trying to figure out where it fits in a civilized environment.
Yeah.
Because if you look at just human nature, there's always going to be people that are going to break rules and try to hurt other people, unfortunately. Um, and they have to be dealt with, you know, in a pretty freaking head-on manner oftentimes if you can't get to them long before that breaking point, you know? And
Yeah.
sometimes people can really be consoled at that breaking point. Fuck what you heard, you know? Sometimes people, like, if you never know what happened to someone during the day and who you're crossing paths with.
Yeah.
But sometimes you have just the right words in the way of just dealing with somebody, you know, especially if you're rooted and you have that love within you and that compassion within you and that structure in your own life. Then it's like, I don't have to be so imposing of what's wrong or fucked up in your situation, like, in correcting it.
Yeah.
I can just let you be how you are and kind of work with you.
Yeah. A lot of people, I mean, especially nowadays, and it's coming from a lot of different people, is that like people with opposing viewpoints or just normal, random, everyday people, a lot of people aren't treating each other very well. And you work in fucking customer service. I work in customer service in a sense, right? And I've had to deal with a lot of unreasonable things at the gym that doesn't make sense for having to be something that's a problem at the gym. And it's just like people not treating each other like decently. It's weird.
I can honestly say the gun store is the most respectful
Oh, for
most
sure.
of the time.
Yeah.
Like, it's interesting. People way older than me call me sir.
Yeah.
Like, people address me as sir, and like with a different level of respect sometimes. And I notice it. Like, it's not like I'm being bossy. I'm literally, I go out of my way to try and just teach people things in a very slow and kind of like methodical manner.
Yeah.
And give them almost like a class when they come in if they got the time for it. But, you know, it's half-assed. I'm no operator or any kind of thing like that, target shooter, none of that.
Yeah.
But I just try to share what little I do know about the basics. And what I can say is that when people come in there, although sometimes I can be like burnt out on customer service at times and moments, for the most part, it's about what I'm bringing to it.
Yeah.
You know? And I just try to remind myself, like, this person might be a completely blank slate, or they might know exactly what they want, be like a connoisseur. But either way, I'm just kind of a facilitator here.
Yeah.
And if you take that facilitator role, I think you're someone who can be afforded power because you know how to maneuver and with multiple people in mind, you know? And if you have that level of conscious balance and like morality and ethics, and principles, like just by pretty much being honest, you know? Just an honest, loving person to the best of your ability. Like, you're going to fuck up, but if you just address it and laugh at it, like, it's way better. Way better. Because then people are like, all right. And they can be mad, but, like, it's hard to be mad when you're at least owning it.
Yeah.
And be like, shit. Sometimes, like, when is too quick to apologize? It's a case-by-case thing, right?
Yeah, it is a case by case thing because it depends on the relationship you have with the person, and it depends on what the situation was.
Exactly.
You know,
But
or you specifically, right? So like me, I like to take a day to be able to have my time to collect my thoughts and figure out, like, I don't just think about what I need to say, but I also think about, like, if it was a negative situation, I think about why that specific thing that person did affected me like that. And I think about why they did what they did to affect me like that. And so I try and figure it out, and then I come with a little bit more of an introspective understanding of the situation so that I can better discuss it if it needs to be discussed more before I apologize.
Yeah.
So, like, I actually want to figure it out for myself before I actually, like, okay, yeah. Because a lot of times I find out, like, hey, maybe you were wrong, Zach.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's something zen to just like being so present where you're at that you know you're not really concerned about how it's fitting into the grand scheme of anything. You know, you're just eating your yogurt or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and I think when you have that level of appreciation, it's hard to be mad.
For real.
Like, it's actually like difficult to struggle in that kind of situation when you're appreciative. Like, even if you're driving a bucket, because I've been there many a time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can still have that pride and that happiness that you can get to and from. You know, you don't have to walk nowhere.
Yeah. Well, it's almost like the same thing as, like, well, that just reminds me of when we talked about fairness in life, right? And I was like, well, there's really no such thing as fairness. So it's like you feel happy because you have your situation, but then, I mean, someone else might really, really want your situation. I don't know.
Yeah, but
yeah,
that means you probably got a nice setup.
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
And it's all relative. Like,
so that's why you should be happy. It's like,
yeah,
like, you do have a
but,
nice
like,
setup, bro.
My neighbor was telling me though. My neighbor was like, "You don't even understand though. Like, you understand American happiness." He was like, "What would trip you out is if you went to my country, and
Where's he from?
He's from Vietnam."
Okay.
And he was like, if you went over there with some money, the way people would treat you would trip you out. And he was like, just because, you're white and there's been a ton of people that have like traveled through there and things like that. He was like, you'd be surprised. He'd be like, there's some old dudes that are just balling and they don't have like a ton of money. They just have a small little retirement fund each month. But if you got $1,000 American, you're living like a king or something. You know what I mean?
Really, damn.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
That's pretty
So
crazy.
I was like, yeah,
It's all
yeah.
perspective.
Because to me, it's like what makes me feel balling is like when I can go to the store, feel like I got everything I need, and then I'm at the like checkout stand and I got like money left over, that I can look and be like, all right, if I want a candy bar, I can get it.
Yeah.
Because I know how it feels to not be in that position, but I don't accept that for myself,
Yeah.
like I accept my worthiness in a different way, and I'm coming into that more and more. And I think learning to do that is hard because you're gonna fluctuate and have fucked up moments and days where your focus breaks and you're off, and rather you have to learn how not to scrutinize yourself.
Yeah.
How to keep it real and be like, no, this really affected me in a disadvantageous way, but not fuck up your energy, bounce back from it quicker, learn how to shift and pivot so that way your focus isn't on that and just say, I'm going to put this to the side right now because clearly I'm just fucking this up. My energy isn't right for this situation.
Yeah.
I'm going to find something that feels better, maybe go do something that's good for your actual body on a nutritional level, by feeding yourself a beautiful meal and sitting down. Hard to be mad, for
For real.
$13 you can go feel like a king.
That's a big
know?
reason why I've gotten super into fitness, especially the last year. Because up until so like during a lot of the lockdowns, I wasn't really working out that much. And I like have the whole home gym shit and everything, but I wasn't working out that much. It was very lazy. And then I realized that every time I work out, I feel really good. But when I take like a week, 2 weeks off, a month off, I start feeling really down, like bad. And so I was like, damn, this is really a big piece of me feeling good on a regular basis. And so then I started taking it really seriously, doing more research. And in the last year of me working out, not only has my progress gone up more than it has in the last 7 years of me working out, but so has my emotional stability. And so I feel much happier taking care of myself, doing small things for myself. And then the biggest thing for me when I do have those moments of like I'm not focused, it's usually like 1 or 2 days a month almost. Now it's like every other month. But I get really down about my eyes and my vision situation. So I'm like, fuck, I really wish I could drive so I could just go fucking do something by myself, right? I would love to just go into town, buy what I need, come back, right? And so I'll get really down about myself and I'll be like, fuck, man. It's a different type of like, I think about like, it basically gives me a feeling of lack of independence because I'm very reliant on a lot of people right now. And I don't want to be like that all the time.
I feel you because I had a similar-ish thought, like vibe-wise, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I realized after the car accident I was in, like putting just putting my pants on standing up is like harder for me now.
Yeah.
Like if my balance is off, like in the morning, because some mornings it is, like, bro, I might have to sit down to literally.
And that's because of the injuries.
Yeah, and I'm like, just dizziness shit.
Yeah.
And it happens from time to time, but yeah, it made me think about, like quality of life. Like it's a small thing, right?
For real.
But what's that worth?
A lot.
Like over the course of your life,
It gets annoying.
And yeah. Like, so I understand like that sentiment. And I think it's interesting that everything um, does have its time and expiration in a weird way,
Mm-hmm.
but somehow everything gets done.
Yeah.
Like even when it feels at first that it's left undone, like in retrospect, oftentimes when you look back, you're like, as shitty as that was, um, somehow there was a purpose, a correlation that you can draw from it, from point A to point B, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
And that takes, I mean, for me, for situations like that where, whatever, I think about that. That's where the introspectiveness comes in and like the self-analysis on things. Because I feel like a lot, so I guess this is a little off topic, but a lot of people, when it comes to anxiety, they have a version of self-analysis and self-analysis, but it's skewed through a broken glass, and so they say that it's their truth, like it's what's true about themselves, but it's true because that's only what they're allowing themselves to see about themselves, right? But
Well,
then, yeah, it's only what they're allowing themselves to see, but
well, whatever
they're
you
also
focus
skewing
on.
that truth in a
Yeah, but
way.
whatever you decide your truth is and how you focus upon it is going to expand.
So that's what I'm saying. Is they're calling these different things that they're looking at about themselves the truth, when it's not necessarily the truth because they're not seeing the whole picture of themselves. They're not understanding that it may be true now, but that's not what actually is going on with you, right? So like when I look in the mirror sometimes, I don't like how small my arms look. But then when I stand with you, you think my arms look big. That's the
Yeah.
truth about me. But I'm seeing something completely different. So it's the same way with how someone's anxiety would be with something. We're seeing the truth about them ish. There's a whole different truth that is the real truth about you, but you are seeing that truth in a very skewed way, which
I don't know
was
why you
what
told
creates
me this
anxiety.
like in a Inception kind of way that you like double back. I feel like we went through 3 planes of like conversation
You
on that.
remember?
But
Yeah,
that
this is
was
how
that
I
was
had,
nice.
dude. This is how you talk, bro. This is how
That was
you
yes,
talk, bro.
bro. That was solid. I was like, what the fuck? Oh, okay.
So yeah, but like that's to me where a lot of anxiety comes from, and so a lot of times, especially with working out, it's a really meditative time for me. So I get time to think about myself, and I've had the ability to break down the false truths that I've built about myself with insecurities and things like that. Um, and so now I don't see my arms as really that small anymore, right? I'm like, a lot of people keep saying I have big arms, so I'm going to believe I have big arms, right? And I've been able to kind of figure out ways to break down those walls of mist to be able to see the real truth about myself, and it's really made me a lot happier.
Yeah, dude. You're fucking killing it. Like right now, you got the country strong Leonard Skinner shirt on. I didn't even realize that
This is
until
my
like 2 seconds
brother's shirt.
ago.
Bro, this shirt is a fucking old one. He had this
Yeah,
in high school. He graduated in 2009. He
it's
was wearing
definitely
it. Dude, he was
been
like
past some
220
truck
wearing this
stops.
shirt.
Yeah, it's been by some truck stops,
Yeah, I just cut the
and
sleeves off and made it a workout shirt.
that's what I'm saying. So now solid gear,
Yeah.
and you're busted out of it. That's what we need, bro. That's the goal, bro, and I love it. That's awesome. You set your mind to something and you just been going after it, and that's inspiring, and it's cool that you found something that allows you to feel free in a constructive way.
It's been really
And
helpful having a trainer. I'll
yeah,
say that.
it's a beautiful journey. I've just started going to like physical therapy finally.
Yeah.
And so I've been having to like wake up and I'm like there at like 6:30 in the morning. And so that's been an interesting thing. And, sometimes I feel like I'm going to war with like this doorway just on like a stretch. And this stretch is like an exercise. I'm like, jeez Louise, man.
Yeah.
Like y'all hate me with these secret, like, I was like, it looks like it's easy, but then you do it and I'm like, damn.
Why is this so hard, dude?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
like, it
bro.
got me. I'm sorry. But what the cool thing is, little by little, like one rep out of my set, I'll feel like all my muscles fire together again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they
Like,
were going.
yeah.
And I was like, ooh, okay.
It's coming back.
I'm like, I got one.
Yeah.
Like, because I have to be honest, I'm like a perfectionist. I want perfect balance and range of motion and symmetry if possible. Um, yeah, when I'm doing what I'm doing.
I feel that. That's, I
Yeah.
mean, especially when it comes to working out, that's how you should be. You should want to have a perfect rep every time. Having good form will avoid fucking yourself up.
Well, sometimes when your skeleton's already fucked up,
Exactly.
like you might be a little bit crooked, but somehow over time that imbalance in the muscles from overcompensation, once you like rewire your brain to use it all properly, you know, it almost like balances out because that weak side has to still do as much weight as the other side, so it's just working a little bit harder or something.
Facts.
I don't know.
I mean, everyone has a weak side. My
Yeah.
left arm can do more bicep curls than my right arm, but
Hell yeah.
I'm right hand dominant.
Getting
So
them
it's
strangers.
it's weird.
Yeah.
What are you smiling at me about? It's switched, all right. I don't fucking do that with my right hand or my left hand.
All
So it's
right.
weird. I got a weird imbalance. I don't know. My left arm is stronger. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I have more problems when I'm doing like pushing motions with my left arm. So like if I'm benching, my left arm is slow.
Huh.
So like rather than going up at the same time, my right arm goes first, my left arm's lagging.
Yeah.
So it's like they're stronger in different ways. In
I
different
can
movements
dig
than each
that.
other.
They balance each other out. That's one of the things I've always loved about like boxing and fighting. Because
Yeah.
fighters may fight different from one side to the other and maybe a little less coordinated. And so how they throw a punch with one side versus another side and the angles they use are just different. And
That's
I
one of the
always thought,
reasons. Go ahead. Sorry.
no, you're good.
I'm gonna say that's one of the reasons I fight southpaw, is because fighting conventional, my right hand is very slow, or my left hand is very slow on the jab. So
Hmm.
I figured that out. I was like, if I'm fighting with my left hand forward, my shit's real slow, and so I'm fighting
Yeah.
with my right hand forward, it's so much faster.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice, dude.
but yeah,
That's cool. You're using your noggin, and you're gonna throw a lot of people off. Yeah,
I really want to get into jujitsu though.
yeah, dude. I think you'd be awesome at that. And it's funny that you say that because I think it would be so crucial for you to understand the other universe that exists of just like tactile um, nature, because when you're going at it with somebody and you're wrestling and you're getting pulled to each other's chests and fighting in these like weird places, it's almost like your mind goes blank and you're just like feeling, you're just like a sensory field.
It's all
Just
feel basically because you can't. It's not really a visual like sport. Which is why I want to get into it.
it's really cool. It's like a strange combination of like reactionary and like proactive, like visionary kind of balance.
On
It's
top of
cool.
trying to be a step ahead
Yeah.
with the transitions and everything like that, and getting there first or whatever.
hmm
Yeah,
Have
and
you
a
ever
big.
seen,
Go ahead.
have you ever seen Choke?
It is the documentary with Hicks and Gracie.
Yeah,
Yeah, I watched that. It's on YouTube, right?
bro.
That shit's
That
so fucking cool, dude.
that was ill.
So dope, bro. He went to fucking Japan, right? Japan or China?
I think it was Japan.
It was one of the two.
It was
And
Japan because
he fought in a
it
fucking
was
tournament.
crazy.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
was. Yeah. But he fought in a tournament with a bunch of other people, open weight class, all these other people of different fighting disciplines,
Mhm.
and he fucking mops the floor with every person that he fought.
Mhm.
Absolutely insane. And he did that multiple times, like once a year, multiple
Yeah.
times. And he just proved like he was an absolute monster. And
Mhm.
he weighed 150 pounds and he fought a dude that was like 200,
Yeah,
215.
dude. He's just ill.
Insane, bro. Such a
Mhm.
crazy documentary.
Mhm.
And you get to
Yeah, it
learn
was
about some of
definitely
his
really
like
cool.
tactics on breathing and stuff like that, which is cool to see.
Yeah, his
Yeah,
Joe
yeah.
Rogan interview was awesome.
I watched that while I was painting a house, and it was super fucking cool to listen to.
Hey, sometimes Joe Rogan comes in so clutch. Like I really have so much love for the Joe Rogan podcast. It's
So do I.
stupid.
It's absolutely nuts.
Oh yeah, I love Joe Rogan.
I found a lot of really cool like science people through that I follow now.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
funny. Most of my friends that I talk to always point out the science people that they find.
Yeah, bro. It's because he likes to learn shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I can dig that. For me, I've always liked the comedians the best.
I'm listening to the one with Chris Delafano, or I don't know how to say his last name. But he just had a new special on Netflix. I'm watching that one right now.
Yeah, I like comedians. Like, you know who tore it up? Miss Pat. Miss
Yeah,
Pat
dude.
is so fucking funny.
That episode made me want to watch
She's
her
super real.
show.
Miss Pat is incredible.
Yeah.
Like I want to scream it from the roof. You want to talk about real black excellence, bro? Go
Yeah.
check out what Miss Pat has going on, bro.
Miss Pack
I
is
salute
fucking
her. Her story
hilarious.
is fucking incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. One that I
Mhm.
just watched with it was obviously Joe Rogan, and then it was Tony Hinchcliffe and Burt Kreischer. It was like 3 hours long, 3.5 hours.
Oh, I was looking at that one. I thought about it.
It was pretty good.
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
Burt Kreischer's cool because he would come and kick it with everybody after the show, and he'd be like, "All right, I'm gonna go drink in the bar across the street."
Yeah, he literally does that on his like at the end of the show. And
Yeah.
he'll jump on his
He
tour
goes
bus
and
and
kicks it.
leave. I watch his podcast called Two Bears One Cave with Tom Segura and Burt
You've been
Kreischer.
telling me about it.
You gotta
I
watch
need
it,
to
dude.
do it.
So
Yeah.
fucking funny. They have good
Mhm.
times. They talk about shit, and it's fucking hilarious.
Have you ever heard of this show called The Midnight Gospel?
No, I think you've
It
mentioned it to me a few times
it
though.
it's with Duncan Trussell, and it's like a
Oh, okay.
podcast that's animated, I think.
I think I've heard about it, but I don't really know anything about it.
Yeah, my homegirl keeps telling me to watch it. I'm like, man, I know it's gonna be incredible, but I don't know that I'm ready for the level of graphics it's gonna hit me with.
That's
I
true.
know
Duncan
that
Trussell's a trippy dude, bro.
this is about to be like watching Pink Floyd, like The Wall or something of our generation. So I've been trying to like brace myself to like do it because I know I'm gonna be hooked. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to watch it because it sounds like a super me kind of concept that I would love.
Well, when you do watch it, you gotta link it to me, because I've
Yeah,
already
yeah.
forgotten the name.
It kept happening to me too.
Yeah.
I get home and I'd be like, I don't know where to look for it, and I haven't seen it pop up or nothing. So I was like,
Whatever. Yeah.
yeah, I was just being lazy, to be honest, which is not the
Yeah.
best of traits.
Hey, we all fall into it. I do too, all the time. A lot of times I don't even want to fucking work out, dude. I'm like, dude, this is ridiculous. I
Yeah.
don't want to do this. I just want to sit here and play Minecraft for another 4 hours. You know. But I get up.
What's your ratio of like M&Ms to like peanuts to raisins? Do you eat the raisins in trail mix? Like,
Fuck yeah, I eat the raisins.
I'm just asking.
Bro, hold on.
I didn't eat the raisins for a long time. Like I sprinkle the raisins through.
The raisins are my favorite, well, like one of my favorite parts of the trail mix, especially if you get a raisin and a peanut or an M&M together. The sweet and the like this, it's a weird because like a raisin has the salt on it because it like picks it up better than an M&M, right? So you get the sweetness and the saltiness all in one, and it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So good. I love the fucking raisins. Dude, if I were to eat like Raisin Bran cereal, I've only ever had it a few times, but I'm like, the raisins are the best part in that. Raisins are fucking goated, dude.
When I was little, I loved raisins.
Yeah.
Then they started to freak me out when I got older and started being weird about texture.
Oh, texture. Yeah, I understand texture. Like, that's why a lot of people don't eat bananas. You know, they're mushy. They don't make a whole lot of sense.
I like green bananas or cold ones.
Green bananas. They like make the top of, they give me a weird feeling on like the top of my mouth. Like green bananas.
You probably shouldn't eat them. You might die.
No, it's like weird like shit from the banana. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can dig it.
Yeah.
Kiwis do that to me.
I haven't had a kiwi since elementary school, dude.
I love kiwis.
Kiwis, I like kiwi flavored things, like watermelon kiwi, which isn't necessarily watermelon kiwi, but you know. But
How many things are made in a watermelon kiwi? Like, you gotta ask for that. That's some custom shit, bro.
You can get watermelon kiwi fucking gum. There's definitely watermelon kiwi like supplements, like energy, like pre-workout supplements, energy supplements, or energy drinks.
Right? All right.
Energy drinks and like anything energy always goes for those super fruity flavors.
Yeah.
You know. I don't know why that is. Proteins don't do that. Proteins go for like
savory, like
a cakey flavor.
Yeah, like dough and shit.
Yeah. Like chocolate, super rich, deep chocolate, fucking vanilla ice cream, which is actually amazing if you mix it with
Extreme Thunderbolt.
Yeah. And I've only heard of like a couple companies having like not, I mean, I guess interesting flavors, which one was like blueberry cake. I'm like, that sounds kind of interesting, but that's still like cakey, you know? So it's like, what the fuck? I want like a watermelon kiwi protein. Where's it at? How good is it?
Bro, chocolate and bananas are fire though.
Deadass. I used to make this super massive chocolate, banana, peanut butter protein shake. But I had to stop making it because once I drank it, it was so packed with like macros that I wouldn't eat most of the day. So I was like, I had to just stop doing that so I could eat more. But yeah, fucking chocolate and bananas, a little bit of peanut butter, bro. So fucking good. So fucking good. I like to make. Go ahead.
Sometimes you just need a tiny pick me up, and then you're like, all right, your brain starts working again. You're
yeah,
like,
bro. Fuck yeah.
Fire it up.
That's what it's about. I fucking love peanut butter and banana sandwiches, bro. You ever have one of those?
No. That
You
would
should
freak
try
me
it.
out. It'd be too much smush.
You gotta have
That is
crunchy peanut butter.
way too much smush, bro. I ain't fucking with that, bro.
Way too much smush.
You know what
That's
smushy that I
awesome.
fuck with? I fuck with Jello,
I was about to
mashed
say Jell-O.
potatoes, pudding, like snack packs.
Yo, you wanna know what's fucking baller and tastes
Mm.
so fucking good?
Huh.
You take mashed potatoes, mix in some
Alright.
chopped up bacon,
Okay.
a little
I'm
bit of butter,
following.
and some cheese. Then you can salt and pepper it however the fuck you want. So fucking good.
That's not as exotic as I thought you were gonna say, but it might
No.
be simple elegance.
Dude, it's simple amazing. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Absolutely nutty. My dad's taught me some really simple, super simple, like if I were to live on my own bachelor recipes, that's absolutely fucking, dude, you
I was
can't
just that's
miss.
man shit, bro.
Yeah,
you
bro, you
can't
can't
eat that.
miss.
You have to dress that bitch up something tough.
Like, you
Get some
can't miss.
chives on it.
Chives, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Get out of here. I don't even know what chives are.
It's the green things you put on top of mashed potatoes.
Never had those in my mashed potatoes.
You ain't have fancy mashed potatoes?
No, probably not. I don't eat fancy, bro.
I'm telling you, Zach, we gotta get you hooked up with the chives on your potatoes.
What do they even taste like?
Delicious, refreshing, spicy, sprinkled heaven.
Okay. I trust you on most things food because so far you haven't let me down except for on kombucha.
Nah, bro. Kombucha's still lit, bro.
Nah, I don't enjoy it. I'm just saying you haven't let me down until you gave me kombucha. And since
I
then
can
you've been
take
good.
that L, but I'm telling you, you're taking the L in the long run because kombucha is where it's at.
It's fucking gross.
Some of it is.
I don't
Some
know.
of
The
it
one you gave me,
Some of it is downright bad. But I don't know, you get a taste for it. Find the right kind, like that TJ's, the Sacred Life.
I don't know
That
which
blue
one you
one.
gave me.
Woo!
Oh yeah, that was the one. We were doing
Yeah,
the Tony Robbins thing, and you gave me one
I
of those.
love it.
Bro, I had to choke that down. Not choke it
Hey,
down,
bro.
but like I had to force it down. I was like, oh, this is not it for me. I
It's
drank it.
healthy though. Hey, you did it though. You did your thing.
Yeah,
You
I
tried
did.
it.
You know, I'm not a pussy. I'll
Yeah, good.
I'll try a food, and if I don't like it, I'll still eat it. You know, I'll give it its chance. One bite ain't enough for me, I guess.
Yeah, dude. That's a real man's try. I be trying shit half-assed. I'm not even gonna lie. I'll lick like the tiniest, like a cat lick, like a
Yeah.
stupid ass lick. Be like,
You're like, I've already smelled it for 30 minutes. I know it's not good. It's not good,
I'm
guys.
like the dude that they put like the fucking spoon towards him, and I'd be like, nah, chill. My mom will even do it. That's what it feels
That's
like.
hilarious, dude. Just here, take it. Like, nah, I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
No, I don't need an airplane right now. Like, get that airplane out of here. Fucking hangar's closed. Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel
dude.
that, bro. I used to be a super picky eater as a kid, and now
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I realized I didn't experience that great of food when I was a kid, because I grew up on hamburger helper type shit, and we were
See, that's
fucking
not good.
yeah. And I was like, now I'm just gonna say yes to everything.
See what you like, dude.
Yeah, say yes to everything. The only fucking stipulation I have when it comes to food is I suck with spicy shit. Like, I can
Yeah.
handle it up to a certain level, but after that level, it's no longer enjoyable. I can't taste. My fucking face is turning
Yeah.
off, and so it's like, as long as it's not
It's a
spicy,
bit of
I got you.
it's an experience eating some spicy food. I can say that much.
Oh, for real. My coworker, his name is Misa. He brought in homemade tamales. at one time, and he brought me
Yeah.
some, and some of them were like pork, I think,
They're so good.
and
I
some
know
of them were
them.
like chicken with jalapeno, right? And I
Mhm.
tried them, and I was like, damn, bro, this shit's spicy. But then he brought me more, and I was like, this ain't shit anymore. This is enjoyable. So I'm like, I can see where the resilience has to be built up, but I'm like,
Yeah.
at some point, I'm just like, this is not fun anymore.
There's got to be a balance. You want to like
Yeah.
ride the edge, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm. I know what you're talking about.
Like, if I can't taste no more, that's a problem.
Me, I'm like a spicy barbecue sauce connoisseur.
Okay.
I
So
don't
like,
like it if it's too vinegary that it's got like a crazy tang to it. I don't need all that.
I agree.
I
Like
want
A1, I don't really fuck with A1 sauce like that.
I like to taste like the smokiness and like the complexities in the top notes. You know what I mean? Like I don't have the level of expertise that my friend did. I was eating with my friend the other day. He was like, "Yeah, they use brown sugar in that," and I was like, "You can just barbecue sauce like that."
Bro.
I'm not that guy, but I do know that I like it spicy on the back end. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. A
Where
little
you get
kick
that,
after you're done, after you swallow and
yeah,
everything.
that
Yeah.
savory. Oh, it can. I like it to almost like come back up with like a ah, and it's like I'm swallowing this flame, just trying to escape.
Yeah. That's funny.
I swear I talk goofy, bro. Sometimes.
Hey, sometimes that you do, but it's entertaining, dude. It makes what you're saying interesting.
Well, thank you.
So you can make your words interesting by saying them in an interesting way, or you can
Mhm.
make them interesting by wording them in an interesting way. In the way
You're
that
just
you
telling me I could say it better.
No, I'm saying there are two different types of communication. So you're saying them not just like with an interesting explanation
Where are
of
we
it.
going?
Yeah. I'm gonna circle it all around. Not only are you able to tell a story with interesting explanation, but you can also do it with your body, right? This is how you
Yeah.
communicate because you're very like you move a lot when you talk,
Yeah.
and so or you can do it simply just with how you explain it, right? And so
Mhm.
there's a different level of explaining between the two, and so it's like I don't know. It's just two different ways of explaining things. And I think you and I
Yeah.
are both of them. But I don't move so much, so I just have to rely on my ability to explain things, and
Yeah,
you
you
are able to
fucking roly poly oly over there.
acting out, you know. This is fucking yay,
Nah,
bro.
man.
Fuck, dude. The Sopranos is
Hey.
such a good show.
Oh,
Sorry.
you're back on the
Yeah,
Soprano kick, bro.
I've been watching it a lot. I think I told you about it, but yeah, really
I
fucking good.
I love that show. That's for sure.
So good.
My grandpa was like a huge Sopranos fan. Let me know when you get to that episode where they're in the woods, because that's one of the best TV episodes ever made.
I need to start watching it. I haven't watched it in like a week, but
It's deep. I think it's like season 4 or something.
yeah. What's funny is my dad used to watch The Sopranos, and I've been using some of their like slang words that they say around the house towards my dad. And it's
Yeah.
been really fucking funny, dude. Because every time I do it, he'll be like, just shake his head.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Dude, Italians are awesome and they're freaking hysterical people. Like, just naturally.
Yeah.
Like, the East Coast Italian people are just hilarious.
My dad, he grew up on the East Coast, and he has this story of where he was hired by some like he knows their names still, but he was hired by some dudes that he says were in the mob or some type of affiliation like that, and they hired him to keep him and his brothers to keep some kids away from throwing firecrackers into the bar that they were at. And so my
Yeah.
dad and his brothers would hang out in front of the bar and chase these kids off every time they showed up. And yeah, he
That's
tells that
awesome.
story a lot. So I'm like, damn, dad. Growing up
He
in,
must have had a lot of pride in it. Yeah.
well, dude, he fucking he I think he grew up in Newark, New Jersey. So it's like that's kind of like a big spot for a lot of it.
Yeah, that's funny. Like, um, I think there was a dude named 5 Cent Freddy or something like that, and
Mhm.
I think he owned all the nickel machine, like gumball machines and candy vending
Oh
machines.
yeah.
Back in the day for like when it was like 5 cents. This is like the 30. I don't know. It
Not a
had to be like
quarter.
50s or 60s.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, my mom says that dude used to come through like the neighborhood, and he would always buy the kids tons and tons of food and candy and stuff like that. So they knew like when they saw 5 Cent Freddy and like so guys like that were like revered. We'll have to ask my mom
Yeah.
about it.
For real. Yeah, we should have her
Yeah,
on next time and have her talk about 5 Cent Freddy.
yeah. But
Damn.
I don't know. When I was little, I always loved candy stores. Like to this day, I'll still go up in a candy store, like at the mall or
Mhm.
something. Oh yeah, I'm in there. I pick a whole bag out of like mix match stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Reminds me of being at like the movie theaters when you're little.
Yeah. I never really went to candy stores like that, but
Hmm.
I've gone to a few of them. Not a lot, not like anything crazy, but like the ones at the mall and shit. Um,
Oh yeah.
the ones at the coast, like the seaside, like Laffy Taffy you can get. That's pretty good
Yeah.
shit.
I don't know. I've never really been crazy on like taffy, but I always loved like the ropes, like the red ropes
Yeah,
on some Wayne's World shit.
yeah.
Yeah, like I like those. Um, I don't know why I have a love hate thing with like the Coca Colas. You know, like the gummy Coca Colas.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
You
they're a
know,
little weird.
yeah, I got a love hate thing with them. I'll eat a couple of them and I'll be like, why do I eat these? And then I'll eat like fucking 20 more of them, and then
It's
be
like
like,
the
ah.
same thing with those fucking hamburgers,
Oh no,
dude.
I eat those with no shame. I
I
love the
I
little.
do too, but I'm like at the same time I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like,
When I was little and the sour ones came out,
bro,
that was the end
I
of
love
all.
sour shit.
Yeah,
Sour fucking Sour
Skittles.
Patch Kids, sour
Fuck
Skittles,
that.
those sour strips.
Zowers, the Mike and Ike Zowers in the yellow box.
Yeah,
Yeah, those are smack central.
for sour.
They need to make sour nerds and do it right. Like if they did a sour nerd
Yeah.
rope, but the gummy with like the rope.
Ooh. Haven't
Yeah.
they haven't done that? I could have swore they did that.
No, they didn't do it right. If they did, they didn't do it right.
So what's doing it right?
Like it needs to be more like a pop rock sensation to it.
Oh, with sour and the gummy. All right. Okay.
Hmm. Something like that.
That would be pretty dope. Imagine just a nerd's rope with the gumminess, right? And then you just sprinkle sour the fucking pop rocks into the ropes. So it sticks in there and every time you
Oh,
bite,
like
you get
before they roll it or something.
yeah. So it's still there, but it's not like
Nah, they need to. You did you ever have the sour sprays?
yeah,
They have, like the watermelons.
like
They need to
once.
like put it on a conveyor belt. Just nerds rope and just conveyor belt it through the sour spray. So the first thing that hits you is the sour spray, and
Okay.
you bite into it, and then like you get that sweet like euphoric nerds rope that just like hugs you back and like
Wait,
like
so couldn't you just buy the nerds rope and just spray it with the sour spray yourself though?
I don't even know where they sell that sour spray anymore. This is industrial level
Oh shit.
candy shit,
This is some industrial level candy
we gotta,
shit.
we gotta hit somebody up. And we gotta figure out how to make those super blow pops soft. Okay?
Super
'Cause those are
blow.
the
What are you
worst.
talking about?
You know, like the popsicle, like the like it's like a popsicle with bubble gum in the middle, but it's like way big.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they taste delicious. They need to make that in like a different form. So you don't have to have it all in your teeth and fucking just eat the gum like a retard.
You don't have to eat the gum.
You can't look cool while you do it.
Yeah, because you're like,
So you're like trying to like gnaw through this shit. Like once you get a corner off, you can chisel away at it pretty good.
yeah,
But like that initial,
yeah.
if you're looking at it, you're like this on the top of it for a second. You know what I mean? You try to whittle it down, and then you're like,
Yeah.
"Fuck that! Nobody can see me."
Just crunch.
But it just slides out.
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
Yeah, dude, exactly.
But you can
Fuck.
make that a way different experience. So it's less. So I'm not buying them once every 3 years as an adult.
You
just
heat
to
it up a
remember
little bit, and then you can smush it.
salvage it. No, that's gross. Who's
Well,
gonna
you're talking about.
microwave a
You're talking about.
lollipop?
I mean, you could just crush it in a bag then, because that shit'll break.
I have morals, bro.
But you just said you need an easier way to make those soft.
Better. Just make it better. Like if they did it as like an ice cream flavor, you know how they do like bubblegum ice cream, and they use that shit as like dusted sprinkles. That'd be ill.
All right, I think you may need to lay back on the marijuana because that sounds disgusting.
No,
Bro, no.
Bubblegum and lollipop.
Do you
together.
enjoy the taste of bubblegum that much? You want it in an ice cream?
No, they already have it. I've already tried it. It's a weird thing. It's like a childhood thing. If you go to like Baskin Robbins, you get like a sample of it. And then you pass it up, you get like daiquiri ice, if you know what you're doing. And then you get something else too. They got the watermelon ice on occasion, and it's fucking
So
phenomenal.
you've had bubblegum ice cream.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. What? I'm a professional ice cream eater. I love ice cream.
So you're saying you want bubblegum ice cream and the hard candy shell to these suckers.
I'm
mixed
trying to
together.
tell you with no shame that I would eat, like, for breakfast, a whole pint of ice cream as an adult.
My God, dude.
I don't give a fuck. I'll hold it down for ice cream.
Oh my
Ice cream-
God, bro.
ice
I
cream-
love ice cream, dude. But
No, you
what?
don't.
Yes,
No,
I
you don't.
do,
I
bro.
love
I could
ice
eat
cream.
so much ice cream
You're
if
an
I had
ice
it.
cream fan. You don't love it though.
What you mean?
You're a fan. I'm a family. You know
How are
what I
you?
mean?
Whoa!
Like, I love-
Explain this, motherfucker.
Bro, like me and ice cream, like I got ice cream like right under my arm, bro. Like this is my cutty right here, bro. You know what I would do for him? You know what I do? I fucking love ice cream, dog. He got me through so much. He's like, Blue Lynch.
Same, dude. Fucking ice cream's the
Fuck
best, bro.
candy
What's your
ice
favorite?
cream.
What's your favorite flavor?
I don't know. There's all different kinds. I think like the one flavor to rule them all out of the store. Woo! Woo!
You wanna know
It's my
mine?
Frosted
I got a
because
top two.
It's generic, bro. But the mint chocolate chip from Breyers in the black like little tub,
Yeah,
smacking.
I got a
It's
top
like
two.
Perfect flavor. All right, hit me with one.
Number one, probably
battle.
cookies and cream
Okay, you're going cookies and cream.
for number one.
Bro, see, we need like a comment battle, bro. I'll go heads up. Okay. You busted out the cookies and cream. See, I wasn't even thinking about that.
I fucking love cookies and cream, bro.
Ooh, see, my brain went to chocolate chip cookie dough, which is
That's
I
a
love-
fucking banger too,
I
bro.
love chocolate chip cookie dough.
You know what
That's
else is a banger? Mousse.
If done right, mousse can be really, really with it. There
Yeah,
was one
bro.
called Sticky Bun from Tillamook.
Never had
And
that
it
one.
was, bro, it was the best fucking ice cream. Like, if you like cinnamon, it was like vanilla ice cream with a cinnamon swirl through it
Okay.
and chunks of cinnamon dough rather than
Ooh.
like cooked dough. It was like
Okay.
cinnamon roll. And they would cut cinnamon rolls and like put it in there, bro. It
That
was
sounds
so,
dope.
It was so good, bro. I bought as much of it as I could eat. And like I bought like 2 big scoops, bought another scoop so I was like sick, and then a container for when I went home to like where we were staying, and then I doubled back on it for the road. Like on the way
That's
back.
awesome, dude.
I'm telling you, it was that good. So
Fuck,
Tillamook.
what's
what
another
the fuck
good
are you
one?
doing? Hey, coffee ice cream is phenomenal.
It's kind of a sleeper.
I love
Kind of a sleeper, bro.
coffee ice cream.
Another good one is fucking damn. I just
Hey,
had
Rocky Road is super classic on a texture.
for real.
It's like a textured journey or something.
Or brownie ice cream.
I'm not with the brownie.
I fucks
No,
with the brownie,
I keep
bro.
my brownies separate.
You know what I also love to do? I love to take a freshly baked brownie, put it in a bowl, put vanilla ice cream on top of it. Fucking delicious.
That's different.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
No, I know. Yeah.
the consistency of the brownie is even better than like cookies and cookie dough, all of it. I actually like the consistency of the brownie the best. I think it's the most elegant. But the flavor is too rich for me that I lose a lot of the rest of the flavor that I'm looking for. So I just don't like it in the format of
so it's
a brownie.
too sweet.
Yeah, like in the ice cream. I like them separate.
Yeah.
And then I can mix it. I'd take a brownie and I'd slice it in half and put it on the side of it, like it was almost like a banana split.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd do that, but like with a brownie.
I like having the ice cream on top so it melts the brownie, and then at the end you kind of have like a brownie ice cream soup.
I'm not down for the soup game, but
I have a huge sweet tooth, dude. I will fucking eat the fuck out of some brownies and ice cream.
Bro, you ever put cereal in ice cream?
I've never thought about that.
Yeah.
I bet some like Fruit Loops with some vanilla ice cream or Fruity Pebbles. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Fruity Pebbles with some vanilla ice cream.
Hey,
I bet that slaps. Oh, I've done it in fucking like frozen yogurt shops, but it's not the same.
they have a like combination. It's like the marshmallows from Lucky Charms and Cocoa Puffs, and they mix them together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had it one time. Like I was on shrooms with Paul. Actually,
Yeah.
we went back to his house, bro, and I just remember sitting there. Just at first, I was kind of nervous, but I needed to eat, and then I got it, and I was so happy, bro. And there was so much flavor in it, and it was a big bag from like Winco. I was like, dude, I have like 3 pounds of this, so I was like mowing it down. They were laughing at me because I was in the corner like a vampire, just like.
Oh shit, bro! One of these days,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to tell the story of how you lost your dick.
Oh hell yeah, bro!
One of these days.
Story. It's not for tonight.
Yeah.
That's a teaser for in the future. You guys
Yeah, for real.
Pay a little better, Tell you some things.
Take him out. Ask him how his day was.
Well, son, I'll tell you when I lost my dick one time. Life lessons.
You just throw it out in conversation. Hey, have I ever told
That's
you
the best
I
I
lost
can
my
tell
dick?
you.
Yeah, for real.
Oh yeah.
Oh, shit.
Hey, it's a keeper though.
It's a good story, bro.
What can I say? I've lived a wild life.
I was telling my dad this yesterday. Not yesterday, but the other day. You're like a 50-year-old man because you have a story for everything, and those stories always wrap back to have a meaning. At first, you're like, why the fuck does this story even make sense to what we were just talking about? And then you wrap it back around, and you're like, oh. Like, you're a whole fucking movie, dude, just the way that you talk. Because you talk with, you make everyone curious about what you're talking about and how it makes sense. And then by the end, you're like, wow, that third act really tied it together.
Yes, that's the best explanation ever.
Like, bro, dude, it's fucking crazy, bro.
They don't see it coming. They don't see it coming.
Oh shit, bro.
Well, I think that's gonna have to do it. We're gonna end one on a high note. We can dig it.
For real, dude.
Thank you, Zach. Thank you. See, I love when we do it just us. People get some more time to spend time with Uncle Zack. You know what I mean?
For real.
The Beef Castle himself. All right. We love you guys.
Later.